Hello guys, welcome again to Forex Warlock. Uh, Today again, we're going to be explaining, we're going to be still having a conversation about trend lines, but now we adding more and saying trend line breakouts, right? So what do I mean when I say trend line breakouts? Let's say we know how to draw a trend line so far, so we'll just keep it simple. So now let's say this is our trend line, and then now I'm saying now price moved up, impulsive move, right? Yep, impulsive move right here, correction, impulsive move, correction, right? So at our correction, now price starts to create what? A breakout, passing our trend line, disrespecting what? Disrespecting the trend line, which is breaking out our trend line, which is now price is doing what? It's breaking. Instead of us saying price was supposed to be we're supposed to be buying on the third tab. Now price is doing what? It's breaking our trend line, right? So today we're going to be focusing on the basics of or the rules of breakouts, trend line breakouts, the rules of trend line breakouts. So now let's just go to our chart and see where can I start? I can start anywhere. So let me just start basically where we used to look at firstly. So we're still on Euro USD. So I will try to keep this video long so that I can explain more further. So first of all you need to do is to know which trend or what trend are you actually in. So if I say I'm going to start my journey around here. All right, if I say I'm going to start my journey around this level here, right, I say okay, fine, now I'm going to draw my trend line. So I will look at it and see, okay, fine, so far let's say price is already here, right? We're just making an example so that you can have an understanding about basics and back testing, right? The strategy that you will be creating for yourself. These are just the basics on helping you to keep to make forex easier for you, right? So what happens is that now we just take this low, right? I'm gonna take this low, and after taking this low, and then I'm gonna just join it and keep it further like that, right? So if you look at it right now, right? So today I'm going to explain to you trendline breakouts and trendline respect. So price, two methods, but meaning the same thing. So right now, we know that for us to find out which trend we are actually in, we know that we need a series of a push up, right, a push down and a break of that level, which creates an uptrend. So I will say here, I was actually hoping, and then let's say, yeah, that's how it is. Here, I was actually hoping for price to come and tap on my trend line, and I will buy this price, and then stop loss just right below there. I was hoping to take price back up there, right? But now what happens? Price just continued to go down and do what? Take me out and break me out, right? And breaks me out. So what can I do if price does that? So there is a rule for that, which is trendline breakout, right? Some say it's a trendline breakout strategy, but it's trendline breakout rule. I will just say, and then what you need to do is that whenever price breaks your trend line, right? Whenever price breaks your trend line, which is this is your break, close below your trend line, let price move further and let price come back, right? Let price come back. Let price come back so that it can actually do what? Continue to go in an opposite direction. So what it actually means is that if we go to a drawing board, if I want to explain it so that you may understand, all I'm saying is that whenever price breaks a trend line, it must come back and retest that trend line, or retest that, like some certain levels. Sometimes it doesn't just go straight to the trend line. Sometimes it just turns halfway. All I'm saying is that a push up and then a push up like that, right? And then price breaks my trend line. What I'm actually saying is that whenever price breaks a trend line, it must do what? It must always come back to retest that trend line. It's either going to retest this trend line. It's either straight on the trend line or halfway of it, right? Halfway of it or straight at the trend line. You will wait for the top of the trend line or sometimes halfway of it, and then go the opposite, which means it is actually an alert for you that remember, price is about to turn and or direction is about to change. So that is why it's a trend line breakout, right? So if we're taking it here, you will find whatever that I was explaining to you, which we come back to it. It was like this. So what we did, we found a breakout, right? Which was here, a breakout which was here, and then it formed a down movement, right? What happens? Price, we were waiting for price to come back and test my trend line, but now it turned halfway, right? Halfway to the trend line. So it still applies. So halfway, as long as it comes back and retest, it comes back and give us something of like impulsive move correction and then an impulsive move. You see what I'm saying? So impulsive move correction, impulsive move, once it breaks your trend line, it must give you, and you must take this move as your impulsive move, and then you must say this is your correction, and then this is your impulsive move, right? And then what happened after finding that, you will actually enterprise where you will actually enterprise at this level right here, and then you start to go down with it, right? So that's how it is. And then now, as it was like that, and then you will find that as you were doing that, the third tab also applies. You get an entry around here also. We just explained to you on the previous video if you did watch it. And then what else? We find that price over here, we find that price over here just actually did something, right? Which is breaking out of our trend line right here. Price just broke out of our trend line right here with this candle right here. So price broke out of our trend line. What does that tell me? It tells me that price needs to come back, retest the trend line, and then push up. So what was I thinking here? I knew that I had now, as long as price breaks into out of my trend line, this becomes my impulsive move, right? Impulsive move. Now I need a correction, which is correcting what? A correct from that break or retest to that trend line, and then a push what? A push back up. So I will buy at the retest of my trend line. Now it's in like a retest of my trend line, and then I will take price even further up, right? It went up, gave us a point, right? So which actually created also like this, an impulsive move, correction, and then an impulsive move. That's how it came and go, right? So if I start again, I will find that as when I was doing that, price also here, right? Price also here, false break, right? Gave us a false break, and then here gave us a much better break. So as I said, strategies won't be 100%, but they will give you an accuracy or an understanding of what you must actually do when price do something like this. So now price broke out of our trend line and then now came back to retest even better. While as it's doing that, you knew that your entry was going to be around here simply because it's a much better understanding for price, right? Understanding for you. So test of a trend line and then push down, which was a win for you, right? So also what happened was as it was like doing that, you have found that price was creating that and then respecting your trend line right here. So this will be your entry route right here, pushing it down, entry pushing it down, entry pushing it down, right? Respective trend line. Once price breaks out of a trend line, you must know that there must be a what? There must be a retest on that trend line, and then it becomes your entry, and then you enter, price pushes up again, and then what else? Price pushes, you create a new trend line, price breaks it. This will be your entry at the retest of a trend line. And then what else? Price creates much more trend line again, like here, which is like here. This becomes your entry right here because it's 1, 2, 3, right? And then or the third touch of a trend line, which is now after the breakout of a trend line, you knew that price, you got an entry here because now price broke this trend line. So you enter, it moves and then comes back, and then you enter again because it's actually respecting this low, and then it push and breaks above that low, which now creates this as your new trend line. What happens? Price breaks, right? Price breaks, you enter here, it goes down, right? And then as it does that, you will find your new trend line again. It's around here, and then as this trend line, it was aligning 1, 2, 3, 3 taps of the trend line, and it was a breakout from the upper trend line, so which was more confidence for you. So a breakout here, we found that price broke out, came back inside our trend line. It was actually a chaos, right? But actually did what? Came back, sit on our trend nicely, which was here, sitting on our trend nicely, and also like here, which gave us a move up, right? And which created what? Which created a trend line again like this, which was like you were going to say first tap, second tap, third tap. Then now I will just take this as my low, and then I will just take this as my high, this one right here, take this, right? And feather my trend line. What did I say about trend lines if I feather it? So on the third tab, I will just buy price, which is like a small buy here, which was not always is going to be 100%. After that, and then a breakout, I needed a what? A retest, which was here. This was a nice retest, right? This one, this area became a nice retest, and then a push down right here, and then also a trend line was breakout, trend line breakout right here, which was a retest. That is why it pushed down, pushed up an entry and a retest, and then also I'll look for 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 again. You'll find that our price actually pushed up like that, right? Find that price pushed up like that. It was first tap, second tap, and third tap, which was here, which created a buy for you. You bought this price and push it up a bit, and then also a breakout retest was here. This is a proper retest, right? Push up, came back, break your trend line, and then did what? Retested your trend line like here, then pushed it up, and then after that, that's when you took your trend line again, created a low right here, and then this was your retest. This is one of the trend line. It won't be perfect always. So after that, what happens? Price came back again like this, then you broke out. This was your retest, so a nice retest. That's why price currently it went up, right? So we got a retest, and then price started to push back up. That's how you can take and use this. You see how many times it moved. Like we started back there, but we ended up having good trades. So if you like this video and if you like this method, don't forget to subscribe so that we can be able, whenever we post a video, it notifies you. And the more you subscribe, the more people you bring and subscribe. And remember, this is free information. The more you give it out there, the more we can be able to produce you with more and more and more information. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Peace out. This is your man, Forex Warlock, taking out secrets, man. Peace out.